Let's talk about this lying liar. Nick Khan, he did this interview with
This BJ.
the Sports Business Journal, is who he did this interview with. And I'm going to let him tee it up here because we'll have enough to say after it. But he was talking about WrestleMania 40 in this clip.
WWE changed WrestleMania plans in regards to Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and The Rock after fan backlash was intense. While you don't monitor social media, what level of fan backlash is required for you to change plans for a major show?
By the way, the plan was always how it ended up in Philly 2 years ago. Sometimes it's a predetermined outcome in wrestling. You want to throw the fans off, you want to let things bake, and then boom, it ends up the way that we wanted it to end up. It never changed. That was just online rumors and gossip that we were changing. It never changed. We convinced Dwayne Johnson to come back. He's on our board of directors. It was a tag team match. He's about the same age I am, so 2 years ago, let's say he was 50.
Right.
He was obviously in phenomenal shape. He did everything that we asked of him and then some, but that was always the result we were looking for.
But to the question, does anybody ever have, does Gentle ever say, Nick, we are getting so hammered on this, we've got to make a change?
We will never respond to social media criticism. Again, if ratings are down, if revenue's down, if relevancy's down, it's up to us.
Their editing team is a little bit behind there, apparently. So let's start there. He said that WrestleMania 40 was always the plan and they never changed. They were always going to. So the whole plan was to do The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth, I guess.
Didn't Triple H and The Rock say that they had to pivot?
Well, Triple H, yes, they did. So
Okay.
Triple H said that they had to pivot. The Rock said they had to pivot. Cody Rhodes said they had to pivot. They released a documentary that said they had to pivot. So all that, according to Nick Khan, is a lie. And that's the layout here. And we brought receipts because that's what I think. It's not just for us to say it. We have to actually have the receipts here. So before the receipts start, we can remember, again, because this was always the plan. So it was the nights after WrestleMania. I'm sorry, the night after the Royal Rumble. If you remember, they were, I don't remember where they were, but Cody Rhodes, he comes out before he's going to pick his opponent. And he stands in front of Roman Reigns and he says, I'm going to take everything from you, but not at WrestleMania. So Cody said this on TV in the ring. I'm going to take everything from you, but not at WrestleMania.
And he looked like he swallowed a turd when he said it.
Yes. And then he looked back and then he was crying. Well, not crying, but he looked like he wanted to cry when he was walking after he got cucked by The Rock. So that was the first thing. And again, this was always the plan. So I start there because if this was always the plan, that made no sense. And Cody Rhodes ended up wrestling Roman at WrestleMania. So he literally said he wasn't going to do it at WrestleMania, and then he wrestled at WrestleMania. So if it was never a pivot, then now you have a plot hole there. That's number one. Plot hole number one. Number two, like you said, The Rock has been on camera saying that this was a pivot. But you don't have to take my word for it because we brought a clip here.
No, not at all. The original plan was for me to come back as the babyface and face Roman Reigns. I believe the qualities of a good leader is one who has the ability to pivot, but also make sure that you listen to the people. And as I came back, I started to realize there was also this other storyline building that they had been invested in for a couple of years with a guy named Cody Rhodes. One of two things could have happened in that moment. We could have either kept trucking through. I'm a director of the board, got a little bit of influence, or the thing that bugged me. There's a segment of fans here who are just disappointed. It hurt my heart. Not only that, we also got a guy in Cody Rhodes who's been working his ass off, and who, by the way, Cody could not be a better human being. Amazing, understood. Rock, you and Roman, biggest ever. I'm here for it and I support you. So back in January, I called Nick Khan and I said, why don't we take care of the people, give them the story of Cody.
Wait a minute. He literally just said he called Nick Khan.
So Nick Khan's full of shit.
Nick Khan. I don't know what it is. Why is he so against fans knowing what's right?
I don't know. I don't think they can get their shit together. Either that or they just don't pay attention. And they're so arrogant that they think they can just say whatever and we'll believe it.
Well, he did say that. The second part of that stood out was he said that he doesn't we don't listen to the online criticism. Yes, because we didn't have Pat McAfee online or in SmackDown talking about specific things from the online criticism. The whole storyline with Pat McAfee was about the ticket prices and the low ticket sales. What, did he just pull that out of thin air? That wasn't before that wasn't talked about on TV. So, and we have another quote here to even further down. And again, there's a whole documentary about this pivot that they did at WrestleMania. But we have a quote also from Cody Rhodes. If it's not bad enough that he's called The Rock a liar, and he's also calling Cody Rhodes a liar. Now, I don't have the video, but Cody Rhodes was with Yahoo Sports. And this was back, I think it was in 2024 was this article. And they asked him about the change of plans that happened. And Cody Rhodes told Yahoo Sports,
it feels so sweet. And it's validating because the main event at WrestleMania was totally willed into existence by the fans. We were going to go one way. We were thinking The Rock versus Roman Reigns. They made it clear they wanted something else. And we got to do the finish, or we got to the finish line. Extremely validating.
So yes, that is a direct quote from Cody Rhodes. Although he didn't say the specific word pivot, that awfully sounds like a pivot when you say, we were going to do this, Rock versus Roman, and we went another direction. That sounds like a pivot. So The Rock is called a liar. Cody Rhodes is called a liar. Triple H is called a liar. Or it is possible that Nick Khan is indeed the liar. It's like he didn't realize that this stuff was a simple Google search away. Or he didn't care.
He thought you could just delete it, apparently.
The biggest thing though is the documentary, because again, they did the whole documentary saying this is what happened. So are you saying that documentary wasted our time? Is that what you're saying there?
Right.
Think about these things. The second half of that, him talking about how they don't listen to the online criticism. Also a bold-faced lie, because again, they did a whole story angle based off of what was being said off of online. So they don't listen to it. They revoked, what's his name? Is that his name? Andres Hale? They revoked his credentials because he gave them bad criticism online. There's just a lot of examples of it happening the other direction.
It's usually how it goes. We won't use it for constructive feedback, but we'll lash out against the people who say things that we don't like. Our feelings get hurt easily.
And we're not even going to go over the R-Truth scenario, because, well, they already don't admit that. Oh no, that was always the plan.
They've been gaslighting us since day one.
You enjoying the show? That was the plan. Sure it was.